They told me there was nothing they were going to do. You would be blind by the time you were 35. Well, I'm 37, about to be 38 now.
Hi, it's Leslie, and we're talking about 1,000 Pound Sisters. And we're actually talking about a really serious topic. This is craziness to me. I guess Amy was diagnosed as a child and has spent her life thinking she would be blind by the time she was 35. I mean, granted, she's 37 now, but I just actually think about that. That is so terrifying. The unknown, and they doctors that you believe are telling you this is coming down the pike. So much so that they sent her to blind school to basically equip her with tools and whatever so that she could navigate life without being able to see. Crazy. And I always kind of rag on Amy. I mean, she always sounds like she doesn't know what she's talking about and a little, off the turnip truck, if you will. But I tell you, she sounded quite intelligent and on point with understanding her diagnosis of what was going on with her eyes.
I've been blind my whole life. I was born this way. I have tato and histoplasmosis, which basically means scar tissues in your eyes. Both of the plasmoses can eventually lead to complete blindness.
Holy shit. Anyway, I don't know what prompted it, but she decided to go to an ophthalmologist, I guess that's what they are, and find out if her condition has worsened and what's happening. Like, she's 37, it was supposed to happen by 35. She's supposed to be blind. She can still see, because we know she can see. So what's going on? What's the deal? Anyway, she took one of her partners in crime, that would be Misty, and you can see they just care about her. And this kills me, because what a disservice was done to her, because they tell her this. Maybe it was done with the best of, the knowledge that they had at the time, and they really felt this was going to happen. But this has absolutely changed her life and how she's felt about herself all these years. And she's been fat, as she said. She's been 400 plus pounds, and not being able to see and the fear of being blind in the future has been her worst nightmare. Anyway, she goes in there and she starts to see the doc and gets a little eye checkup.
And this one?
O is in elephant, F is in Frank, L is in love, C is in cat, T is in Tom.
And I guess her right eye is pretty good. The left eye is kind of a bit of a mess. It's got the scars on it that aren't going to heal and everything. But she basically has one good eye on the right side. And I'm like, and she's been not driving because of this supposed condition that's coming down the pike. They told her not to drive. Oh my God. She gets through the whole vision test and is startled with the incredible news.
You do have a few little scars in your right eye. See this kind of whitish, yellowish. Mm-hmm. Can you see that there? And those scars, it'd be something to kind of watch, but I wouldn't expect it to ever, cause
So they're going to stay dormant? It ain't going to grow and ain't going to lose all the vision?
I don't think so, no.
This is just crazy to me. You want to go back to those doctors that diagnosed you at 2 years old and say, couldn't you have said, I think this is what's going to happen? Maybe check back in a few years, because maybe it won't, because, things change over time and I'm only one person. No, get a second opinion, anything. She took it as gospel and ran with it, never drove, and just lived with this haunting fear and insecurity of not being able to see. Horrible, horrible. I mean, this is one of the blessings of the show. I mean, from a whole, this show has at least helped their overall health. I mean, look at Amy. She's lost all this weight, had the surgery, going to get her eyes, fixed and all the things. In that sense, this show has been very positive for her. 1+.
They told me I couldn't drive because I was blind.
Okay, well.
Or is that something you think I could do? Because I've always been relying on somebody.
I think
if I could drive.
You can legally drive with only seeing out of one eye, and your eye sees well enough.
Holy shit. I mean, you always want to believe things happen for a reason, but this is just an awful thing that happened to her that really did not need to happen. That's all I'm thinking.
It's crazy thinking that I could drive. It's just sad because with my whole life, I would have got my license if I would have knew, I was like, damn. If they would have told me that, I would have never been a burden on my family. I would have been so independent it wasn't fun.
Oh, good God. But anyway, I guess this is caused from cat feces, which got me thinking, we have cats here, and who knew those litter boxes could cause this situation. So makes you think about things. But anyway, so her right eye is good. Her left eye has got a bunch of the scarring that will never change. That won't fix itself. But I guess it I guess she calls it like a lazy eye, and they can kind of fix it. I guess like prop it back up and stick it to where it's supposed to go and point straight and maybe gain some vision because it's looking through the good part of the eyeball. I don't know, my little interpretation. But things are looking good. The future is bright for Amy's eyes.
And it's always been the biggest insecurity I've ever had.
Sure.
I've been fat. I've been like 406 pounds. And my eyes were making me more self-conscious than my weight.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? You would think being fat would have been the worst, but no, it was her vision. And I tell you, this was kind of heartwarming. I'm just like, you know, this is a really positive thing that came from the show. Amongst all the friggin' negative shit, and Lord knows all the relationships that are probably going to fall by the wayside in the crapper, it just destroys relationships. It destroys families. It destroys everything reality TV. But you know what? It hasn't destroyed her vision. It's actually going to improve it. So that's 1+ for reality television. Yeah.
This is an amazing day. I mean, finding out I could drive, finding out that my scars will not grow, finding out I can fix my lazy eye. Growing up, that's the only thing on my body I could not change. That was the only thing. I couldn't see myself pretty because of that. And now I can correct it, and now I feel like I'm going to be beautiful one day.
Aww, that's so nice. But anyway, I follow this nonsense, and this is nonsense for a different reason, but I follow it every week. So if you want to follow along, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next week.